ever experienced having been promised a promotion, but that promotion never arrived? And have you ever experienced that you were asked suddenly to compete for promotion and there was no real experience or explanation why you were to compete? That was just the rule. Suddenly the rule changed and you were to compete for promotion. Have you experienced that? Many of my clients and my masterminds in senior leadership position have experienced that. And I experience this as we're talking. Welcome to a powerful conversation about there's no opportunity, there's no opportunities, there's no failing. There's no failing when failing is not an option. The reason why I want to talk about not an option of failing is that a lot of leaders are being put under pressure when they're about to be promoted. Suddenly the rules of the game change. And suddenly those amazing leaders who have worked so hard for their promotion, suddenly they have no sponsors. And suddenly they're feeling so challenged. They're feeling stressed. They're feeling stretched because they feel that they have to suddenly prove their worth. Nobody wants to be asked and challenged to prove your worth. Not you, not your employees. But still, managers, and I talk managers in VP or senior executive roles, they challenge their employees, their first level reports. And when you are challenged, guess what happens? That energy you broadcast and share with your employees, and frictions occur. I recently had a conversation with a masterminder, and I have conversation with other people in my network, my client network as well, about feeling challenged, about the decision, the choice that failing is not an option. Most people, if not all of my clients, come to me ready to play the underdog, ready to say, but we have to give, and that's a win-win. And I have to remind them, and I love to remind them, and I want to remind you as well, don't devalue your worth. Never devalue your worth to meet someone else's expectations, right? Yesterday I talked about who controls your job, your life. It's not your direct report. There are so many beautiful companies out there in the world. And if your direct manager, whatever level we are talking about, isn't your sponsor for the next promotion, maybe it's time for you to find another amazing company and another amazing person who respects you and I want to be your sponsor. Thing is, it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. Leaders, you forget that. You forget to have your sponsors on your team. We talk about sponsorship when we do big project rollouts and transformation. We talk about sponsorship. But people will love, you forget to have your own sponsor on your team. It's your life and you are in the driver's seat. So I encourage you and I want you to think about and handpick the sponsor you want on your team, right? It's all about who you know. And if you feel challenged that suddenly your not your direct report, but your manager, your boss, the person that you report to, changes game, right? Changes the rule. then be curious enough to ask, what is really going on? What is going on? I no longer feel I have your back for this. You promised me promotion, and suddenly I have to compete for the promotion. So many leaders experience that, and I encourage you to take control of your own life, because what happens, and I've been there myself, right? That is why I own this message, is that unless you take control, unless you know what is your negotiables, your values and negotiable values, and your non-negotiables about how you want to be treated, unless you get clarity on that, you will feel challenged. You will feel challenged, and you will never feel fulfilled. You will never feel satisfied, and it will affect how you show up. It will affect your performance. I see my clients over and over again experiencing that, and I help them shift perspective, shift reality, and reclaim control of their life, their job, and be proud of their worth. I want to share just that I've been there myself as an external advisor. And I was challenged. And my coach said, what are your negotiables and what are your non-negotiables? And by doing that piece of work, I suddenly experienced that how I was treated was not how I want to treat other people. And that's not how I want to be treated. So they were actually how the person was showing up was validating, or not validating, was challenging my non-negotiable values. It doesn't work working with someone who doesn't respect and own the same sort of values as you. Simple as that. Then it's time to move on. Take control and really say, if this doesn't change, if I'm not respecting the way I want, if I'm suddenly have to compete for my own value and worth, and suddenly you can't see what I'm doing, then I find something else. My passion is somewhere else. I want to set other people up for success. Why should I set you up for success when you don't value me? Remember, senior leaders, this also applies to you. You forget your sponsor. You forget your worth. You accept what is. Don't do that. Don't do that. My name is Camilla Kalberg. I'm the founder and CEO of Kalberg Coaching, where we help executive leaders and rising stars in the pharma industry become more successful, have more success, more time, more joy, more experience of fulfillment, the easier way. Getting a promotion to partner or VP is not about how much you work, how much effort you put into that. It's about playing the smart game, or the game smart, right? It's about trusting yourself, knowing your value, knowing your worth, and having the right sponsors on your team. I train and teach and support my clients in that. I just had a brilliant conversation with a client of mine, and we jumped on a call because something was challenging him, right? Something was challenging. And we were shifting perspective, and I guided him. And I laid out a plan. When do we talk up next time? Well, when do we catch up next time, right? That is in the moment coaching. And it is, you cannot put a price to that, really, because it's about making you happy. What is the best way to have more fulfillment in life? It's about growing your mindset, growing your worth, growing your limiting your limiting beliefs, and reach out for help when you need it. If what I shared with you about owning your worth, accepting, understanding your negotiables, non-negotiables, understanding and clarity about your vision. I talk so much about the vision, but so few leaders own their own vision. They understand the company's vision, but they haven't worked on their own vision. If you don't know what lights up your heart, what makes you light up, you don't know your destination, and you just end up going X, Y, and Z like zigzag, but you will never feel fulfilled. Knowing your destination, about really listening to your heart, and do that homework listening to your heart, and really own your destination. It's not about serving any company. It's about serving you. You're in the driver's seat of your life. You're the captain in your life. If this resonates with you, you should join my leadership my leadership mastermind. Sorry, I have my different products now. My leadership mastermind network. It's not a one-off event. Some people think that is a one-off event. It's not. I have built an exclusive network of pharmaceutical industry leaders because they want to grow together. They want to learn from each other, and they want to pick on each other's ideas. And they know that the key to success is not about what you know, about who you know. If this resonates with you, if you're ready to expand your network, create more impact the easy way, you should join my mastermind program. We start later this month. It's just for the few. I know that, but I would love to have you in the class. If more success, a better network speaks to you. And just before closing, there's a comment here. Hey there. Hi, Alan. Nice to have you here. What's the time? So you've just been here for a few minutes. I hope that, Elam, thank you for showing up and sharing that you are here. I forgot that in the moment. Is that is the only way I know that you're here. Is that you send your love, send your hi, and send me any questions that you have. Connect with me if you want to level up. You don't have to go on your career journey yourself. It's all about who you know and have support in the moment. And just as a cliffhanger, I would never have built the company I have today. I would never be in the high flyer if I didn't work with amazing, great leader who taught my body's retina, who taught me about knowing your sponsorship, building your sponsorship, owning your life, and owning your career, right? It's not about being directed by a company. You take control. That was, for me, a very, very powerful message. Remember to reach out if this resonates with you. I love you. I appreciate you, all your support. Wishing you a wonderful rest of the day. Bye for now.